I want you to imagine this. Imagine you have the best social skills. No conversation is too awkward for you. Whenever you go into a social setting, people are attracted towards you, they gravitate towards you. Instead of you starting conversations with others, they start them with you because they're attracted to your social intelligence. They're attracted to the way that you speak. I want you to visualize the most social person you know. I want you to think about them. Are they not the best people to talk to when you're out? Do they not make you feel at home? See, you could become one of those people. You could become like them. In fact, why can't you become like them? There's no reason why you can't become like them. While you were thinking about that, while you were visualizing that, your happiness probably went up. Your sense of mental well-being probably increased as well. Just imagining being at a social event and being the center of the attention, being in a social flow state, increased our well-being. So now imagine how actually doing it would make us feel. Social connections are extremely important for us. In fact, they're one of our 7 core needs. In a course that I've recently taken called The Science of Well-Being, it's done by Yale, it's quite free. I'm going to put a link in the description for it. In that course, a Yale professor was teaching his students what would actually make them happy. And it wasn't money, it wasn't a good job, it wasn't better grades, it wasn't anything. One of the things that does increase your mental well-being is social connections. Generally, the more social connections you have, the more social interactions you have, the higher your well-being will be. And see, this is the problem with humans. We're actually quite weird. We know that we want social connection. We have this feeling within us to belong. I'm sure that you want to belong to something. You want to be a part of a tribe. You want to be a part of a group. You want to feel like you belong somewhere. But yet we always seem to ignore this want. We always seem to ignore this desire. See, we're very weird because, when you go out, you see someone that you know or someone that you know of. Or you know them like vaguely. And then you decide that it's going to be awkward if you try to talk to them. And then what do? You pull out your phone. You pretend like you're doing something important on that phone. You just be like this. You'll be on your phone like this, pretending you're doing something important. Meanwhile, you're just scrolling through your settings. You're just literally scrolling through your settings like this. You see someone that you know. And you could easily say hi to them. You can easily have another social interaction for your day. Well, then what do you choose to do? You choose to take out your phone. And then while you're on your phone, you act like you're doing something important. You might even answer an imaginary phone call. But half of the time, you're just scrolling through your settings. If it's not the phone call, you're scrolling through your settings. Or you're just looking through your gallery, looking at pictures that you already know are there, just to avoid saying hi to someone. Like, when you think about it that way, doesn't it sound weird? Doesn't it sound weird that you do that? I never really went on my phone. Like, let's say I was in a social situation, I was walking past someone, or like it was a social TJ! It was a social situation and I saw someone that I didn't want to say hi to. I would just act like they didn't exist. I'd be walking past them, and then while I'm walking past them, I'll just be scheming. I don't know the actual way of saying scheming, but it's like when you try to look cool. So I'll just be walking past them, and I'd like suck my cheeks in, I would tense my jaw, and I'll just walk past them, and I'll just like, you're just walking past them, making yourself look cool. All that just to avoid saying hi, how are you to someone. If you watch The Science of Well-Being, you know exactly what I'm saying, and you understand where this information is coming from. The course is about 19 hours, so I'm just going to summarize the important parts related to this video. All social interactions, whether it's big social interactions, deep social interactions, or just shallow, hi, how are you conversations, they increase your mental well-being. This is something as humans, as people who are trying to improve, that we can't ignore. We have to increase our social skills. We have to improve in all aspects of our life. And one of the biggest aspects is our social life. So earlier I was talking about how we tend to ignore people, we tend to act as if someone isn't there when we see them in a public setting. So now answer this, and answer it honestly. Do you feel better after awkwardly trying to ignore someone or just having that conversation? Because there are some times where you can't avoid having that conversation, where you both make eye contact and it's like, okay, no, I'm going to have to say hi to them. Do you feel better after scrolling on your phone, pretending like you're doing something important, or after actually talking to them? And if you aren't lying to yourself, the truth is you probably feel better after talking to them. So let's say you choose to look at your phone instead of talking to them. Number one, you're actually going to be more sad. You're going to be sad. I don't know. You're going to be more disappointed because you're going to look at your phone, pretending to scroll, and see that there are no notifications. To see that no one's actually talking to you on your phone. Number two, you would have ignored someone. Like I don't think you can feel good after like ignoring someone and like not saying hi because it's like a sign of cowardice. Like you can't even say hi to them. You're scared to say hi, or you're just like, I prefer not to say hi. And like it is okay. But we are trying to be the highest quality of men. We're trying to improve. And high quality men are always going to say hi to others. They're always going to greet people that they know. So in the science of well-being, they basically said that any social interaction will increase your well-being. At first, I didn't believe this. I was like, any interaction, even the bad ones. So I decided to try this out myself. I decided to see and apply it to my life. So about 3-4 days, these birds. Yeah. So about 3-4 days ago, I was going to my uni agent and guys are making noise. So a few days ago, I had to go see my uni agent and yeah, I didn't have a car or transport, so I decided to cycle. So in order to apply what I had learned from the science of well-being, I decided that on this cycle, I was going to greet every single person that I walk past, or make a social interaction with every single one. And you may be like, that sounds drastic, like that's so weird. But I probably only saw like 40 people on the cycle. And yes, 40 people, this is a lot of people to have like a social interaction with in one day especially. And social interactions for me are hard. I'm a very introverted person. I like keeping to myself. In fact, making videos is something that goes kind of against my character. But as I was cycling, as I kept on greeting people, the hi, how are you, my well-being went up. I felt more fulfilled. I felt happier. And it was such a small thing, just saying hi to some random person that I didn't know and that I would probably never see again. And of course, yeah, it's good because it made me happy. But in every single interaction, with these strangers, it ended with both of us having a smile. It ended in their day being better than it was before. So what I got from this was that I could make someone else's day just by saying hi, just by caring about them, to ask them how their day was. And see, most of these conversations, they didn't last more than 10 to 20 seconds. They were nothing. 20 seconds out of a 24-hour day, it's literally nothing. But then those things were the things that made other people's days. They were the things that made them smile. So do you know what I want you to do? I want you to do the exact same thing. It doesn't have to be a cycle. It doesn't have to be whatever. It can be any mode. Like, let's say you're going on a bus to work. Let's say you're walking somewhere. Let's say, I don't know, whatever you're doing. Challenge yourself. Greet as many people as you can. And obviously don't be like stupid about it. Don't be like hi. Like greet like someone like every minute. One of the thoughts that's popped into your head is they probably don't want to talk to me. Besides improving our mental well-being, this social exercise has more benefits for us. It will improve your social skills. You'll be better at having small talk. You'll be better at striking conversations with strangers. It will make talking to your crush, when you finally gather up the courage to talk to her, much easier. You will be so easy to talk to. People will naturally be attracted to you in social settings because you're the best conversationalist or whatnot. It's little things like this that make the bigger pictures, little things that will contribute to your character. These are the small reasons: your ability to strike a conversation, your ability to make a stranger feel welcome, to care about them. These are small things that are going to make you a great person. And yes, you're going to be talking to random strangers, but that's the good thing, they're strangers. You probably won't ever see them again. So if it's awkward, if you mispronounce a word, if you say something bad, you'll never see them again. They probably don't even know your name. And if they do know your name, they don't know enough to find you again. And they probably don't even care enough to find you. So like I said earlier, I urge you to do this. If you don't, then I don't think you want to improve your social skills. So take this challenge. And like with every challenge, aim to succeed.